time when random encounters with 65-year-old Hilda del Valle Barrio Nuevo were quirky and uneventful.
But if you actually speak to her and you say hello, she's very friendly, very nice.
But those run-ins eventually turned hostile, threatening, and dangerous.
EDPs, mostly disturbed people, but they're just homeless people. You know what I mean? Like, they just running rampant. They take up if it's 12 cars, they take up 9 cars of the train. Shit is crazy. Like, and I'm thinking, like, I'm talking about watching their feet throwing up, passing out, laying up, spawning the fucking thing, have their luggage, have their shit hanging up on the fucking poles, fucking sleeping together, they in couples.
Was arrested for throwing part of a table at a man. Residents say the pair often camped out on East 78th Street, where their shopping cart still sits full of their belongings. This case, as good as any, an opportunity to explore just how New York City handles mental health issues among the exploding homeless population.
The problem starts from when they're taken off the streets by the police and they're put into these mental, they should not be let out. You know what I'm saying? If they have, and that's where the problems start, because they're let out after a few days, after they're able to give them give them pills that they're trying to get rid of, and put them pills down their throat, then they let them out. These people should not be let out.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of High Frequency Convo. I'm your host, as always, Wes Hunt, and this is my co-host, big brother, business partner,
Just the God.
And this is the podcast where we spark blunt and conversation, and this is episode 52. And this episode is about the homeless problem in America. Like, share, and subscribe if you're getting any value out of this content. Like, share, and subscribe to H.F.C podcast, ETW TV. Follow us on SoundCloud, Wes Hunt LG. Follow me on Instagram, Wolf Hunt WXLF HUNT 718 on Instagram. Check out ETW Music, the content we got there on ETW TV. But we're gonna get right into this, man. I came up with this idea. I came up with this idea because I take the train, and my post at work is in the security in a train station. So I see a lot of these, what we call them EDPs, emotionally disturbed people, but they're just homeless people. You know what I mean? Like, they just running rampant. They take up if it's 12 cars, they take up 9 cars of the train. Shit is crazy. Like, and I'm thinking, like, I'm talking about watching their feet throwing up, passing out, laying up, spawning the fucking thing, have their luggage, have their shit hanging up on the fucking poles, fucking sleeping together, they in couples, like, bugging out. I know they're homeless, that's why they stink like that, but it's just fucking crazy. It's just rampant. So I'm like, why the fuck is it so big? Why is the homeless problem so bad in America? So on this episode, we're gonna talk about the homeless problem in America, and we're gonna get right to the first clip. And why is the homeless problem so bad? And this episode, and I see this clip is from years ago on this newscast. So we're gonna get right into it. So let's get into it. It's the first clip. Chosen one, Sean Bright.
I'm John Muller.
And I'm Tamsin Fidel. Well, as disturbing as that story is, we've heard some that are even worse. It is hard to come up with an exact number, but we know there are several mentally ill homeless people living on the streets of New York. Tonight, Pix 11's Jay Dow joins us live with a closer look at this serious problem. Hi there, Jay.
Hi, Tams. New York City Homeless Services officials say they have a myriad of services in play now to reach out to the homeless population, especially those with mental health issues, going to the places where they are, libraries, hospitals, in addition to keeping a running comprehensive list of the street homeless so that they can extend those services to them. But the aunt and nephew at the heart of this case, they did not have those services. For residents of Manhattan's Upper East Side, there was apparently a time when random encounters with 65-year-old Hilda del Valle Barrio Nuevo were quirky and uneventful.
But if you actually speak to her and you say hello, she's very friendly, very nice.
But those run-ins eventually turned hostile, threatening, and dangerous. Police said she was spitting on a child.
She was, yeah. I heard. That's not right.
Police arrested the homeless woman described by many here as the mentally ill homeless spitter early Thursday morning for allegedly spitting on a 7-year-old boy on 3 separate occasions since last June. The woman's nephew, 44-year-old Gabriel Uno, also homeless, was arrested for throwing part of a table at a man. Residents say the pair often camped out on East 78th Street, where their shopping cart still sits full of their belongings. This case, as good as any, an opportunity to explore just how New York City handles mental health issues among the exploding homeless population.
Take care of them a little bit more, because these people, they're not working and they're homeless and, they need more care.
Councilman Ben Callows grew up in and now represents this neighborhood.
I'm really grateful that residents of the community have finally stepped forward and been willing to make a complaint with the police.
A spokesperson for New York City Department of Homeless Services, run by embattled Commissioner Stephen Banks, sent Pix 11 a lengthy explanation of its revamped approach to mental health issues under Mayor Bill de Blasio's new plan to address the homeless crisis. Quote, street homeless New Yorkers are among our most uniquely challenging populations to engage, with higher rates of mental health and substance use disorders, which is why we have outreach teams out 24/7, proactively and aggressively identifying and working with these New Yorkers to encourage them to accept services and treatment and ultimately transition off the streets. DHS officials say it can take anywhere from a dozen to more than 200 interactions with street homeless to ultimately bring them to shelter. Adding, with a now expanded crisis outreach unit, the agency last year successfully helped take almost 700 homeless New Yorkers off the streets. But in the case of Miss Del Valle Barrianuevo and others like hers, there is often a disconnect between policy goals and policy implementation. And you've lived here for 5 years on this block. Let me ask you this. Did you ever see anyone from the city come out and try to deal with her or help her?
No, nothing like that. There's plenty of videos on YouTube on her on the subways. Basically, the whole city knows about her, okay? And she obviously has mental illness.
Mental health outreach will now take a backseat to the criminal justice system. The woman dubbed the homeless spitter and her nephew now face several criminal charges, including criminal possession of a weapon, stalking, and endangering the welfare of a child. We're live on the Upper East Side tonight. Jay Dow, Pix 11 News.
All right, Jay, thank you.
Yeah, that was the first clip, as I just seen. The woman, obviously has mental illness. But why is it so problem? So let me get right into this. Why is the homeless problem so bad in America? Why is the homeless problem so bad in America? It's gonna be three parts as always, but the first part is the title, the namesake of the show. Why is the homeless problem so bad in America? Why do you think the whole homeless problem is so bad in America?
Because nobody cares. People got no empathy. So, and the powers that be, they don't give a fuck because they don't gotta live around it. So they don't gotta see it every day and they don't have to deal with it. So they're not trying to make no changes in it. These people go in, they get released. These people need help and they need shelter. And sometimes it's not even as drastic as it's so deep where they're mentally gone. Some of them are, but some of them just need attention, some love, and some help. And a place to rest their head, a place to sit down for a second to get their minds together. Like you said, there's couples. The irony of that is you will have the system is so fucked up that couples couldn't even stay together within the system. The woman will have to go on her own, go in a woman's shelter. The man will have to go into a man's shelter. It's just ridiculous. The whole system is just based off of, to me, now I don't even say making money because I can't see how you make money. Well, yeah, making money off of having them come into the hospital and prescribing medication that really drives them crazy. You know what I'm saying? These people just need help. The ability to get back on their feet and get work. But the longer that lasts and the longer you have to live like that, then a lot of other problems sets in mentally for you. Because you're dealing with this and then you secluded to yourself. If you ain't one of those homeless people who gather with other homeless and you secluded to yourself, then you start dealing with a lot of other mental issues. You're hungry, and me personally, I feel it goes on because nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares.
The thing about it is, it's like, okay, why is the homeless problem so bad in America? It's like, why I got from this is that, of course, I mean, they don't give a fuck. But what I got from this is like, it's not only that they don't care, it's also pushed. I believe it's pushed because not caring about it, because Joe Biden said on this term that he can do like an initiative with the homeless people, especially in the train system, and all that. But like, so y'all understand that it's going on. Y'all understand that it's just happening. So it's like, even more than not caring, I believe it's also a part of their fucking agenda to also push more crime, more fear. This is what's going
that's
on.
down the line, and that's what's going to happen.
Because this was going on, they understand that.
Of
They know
course.
that. They know the 10 steps ahead. Because they are like, why I see people I work with, people around, people like all the associates I work with, people scared to go on the fucking train. All the shit they hear on the news, all the shit they see.
I agree with
all
you,
the people, all
but you
people
see,
fucking control it. Then the violence that actually happened from these motherfuckers on the train. Like I just saw today, some niggas got slashed.
Yeah, the conductor got slashed.
So it's like all the shit that goes on, this is what they do it for. Now I mean, like,
but
and also hold on, let me get my shit out real fast. And also not a lot of opportunities. The mental part of it, the mental aspect of it, of them fucking us over, they may have some opportunities, but they don't take advantage of it because be mentally fucked. It's so much. It's like an onion. It's so layered.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My key thing is that it's definitely agenda based. It's not like, oh, this is what happens when we do separate classes. Yeah, they don't got to deal with it, so it's easier on their motherfucking mind. Even if they was dealing with it, even if they was living in our community, they don't give a fuck. I still don't care, but for them to even like do any of this shit, they can't care. They got to be cold. They got to be calculated.
Well, that's a fact.
But I mean,
that's a fact because
I also think about the calculated part is what I'm focusing on.
No. I understand everything's calculated, but that's that to me always. That's on the larger scale of things. Everything's always a calculated thing. But when you bring things down on a lower level, like you take Mayor Eric Adams for a minute, right? This nigga, she's just a nobody, right? Elected to be the mayor of New York City, right? And at some point, like the things that you're doing, like inviting all of these immigrants into New York, right? From the jump, when everybody knew that shit was a dumb move for you now, after fucking up New York City, not to say that wasn't smart. It's like these people just don't care because what they care about is they $100,000 salary at the end of the year and appeasing to whoever put them into office. So again, yeah, it goes back to what you saying, agenda based, because they're only going to go and follow the agenda of the people who helped them get into office. So it doesn't correlate to making any sense until the people start to speak up. And that's why it's important for the people to speak up, because until the people speak up, then these people don't really give a fuck, because the only time when they care is when you speak up, because now their jobs are threatened. And they still want to make $100,000 a year, and they still want to be able to send their kids to the most beautiful colleges and the most beautiful and living. You know,
the thing about this shit is that it's fucked up, but it gets like, I'm not gonna lie, like I got love for homeless people and I feel for them.
I got love, yeah, for everybody.
And I give as much as I can. But for the emotionally disturbed people, they're annoying as fuck as me. Like I deal with them my job doing the training. They harass people. They're a bunch of bullies, but they need help. So it's all
you see,
because they all layered.
Because
to do that shit every day, knowing they need help, it doesn't fucking matter. It's annoying and it's still dangerous for everybody. I was on the train the other day, going to work, and I said, "The nigga do shit again, I have to step in. I can't." Niggas walking past, bah bah bah, and the fucking woman face for no reason. Then bah bah bah, I'm like, if the nigga go on her face again, I'm gonna have to step, and then I'm putting myself at risk because I feel like nobody else is gonna step up. But while she has to go, this is what I'm trying to say. We shouldn't have to deal with this shit. We shouldn't have to deal with it. And every other day for the MTA. No, I'm keeping it real with y'all niggas. Besides a few people I know in the MTA that work with them, fuck the people that run the MTA. Fuck the MTA. First of all, the train's never on time. There's always track maintenance. The train's always stopping. The train's always rerouting. On weekends, trains always fucked up. Y'all raise the price every other year, make it more and more expensive. You can't get a seat because EDPs is everywhere. Homeless people is everywhere. So it's like, well, come on, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing, bro? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, how the fuck y'all keep raising the price? And the homeless people riding for free. I see them hop every day. Cops don't say shit to them. MTA don't say shit to them.
I ride for free.
No, I feel you. But like I said, you get caught with that wrong person, you get a ticket. Cops don't say shit to them. Or MTA will try to fucking hold you down. I've seen it all the time. Trust me, I work in the that's my state position. I work security. That's my position in the train station. Cops don't say shit to them. Nobody says shit to these niggas. They ride for free. They sleep on the train, sprawl out. They're like, what the fuck is going on?
I'll be honest with you. Nigga, I was in the city the other day, and the cops is right there, nigga. And the motherfucking
it just takes the right cop, bro.
The cop don't say nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? the gate opened up and everybody went through. And 2 cops standing right there. The gate opened up right there on motherfucking 42nd. Gate opened up and everybody. The gate opened up. Somebody opened the gate. And everybody walked through. The cops stood there and they kept talking, had their conversation.
It just takes the wrong cop.
You know what I'm saying? It takes the nigga who don't understand it. Nobody gives a fuck.
It just takes the wrong fucking cop.
Yeah.
But for homeless people, they don't give a fuck. That's the whole point. Like I said, and cool, you give them kind of advice, like, but do something about it. I'm not just saying throw niggas to the wolves, but do something about the fucking problem.
The problem is this.
You saw that problem, that shit's from years ago, and it's gotten worse.
Yeah, because you know why? Because the problem
Why didn't do nothing with that initiative? What the hell? What was you
because the reality is this.
That shit for like a week.
These people, the reality is this, right? When the cops are not equipped to deal with mentally challenged people. But when the problem starts for when they're taken off the streets by the police and they're put into these they should not be let out. You know what I'm saying? If they have, and that's where the problems start because they're let out after a few days after they're able to get them get them pills that they're trying to get rid of and put them pills down their throat, then they let them out. These people should not be let out, but the cops are not. I understand why you will say it is annoying, because it would be annoying because you're not equipped to deal with that, nor should you have to, nor should the police have to deal with motherfucking mentally ill people. Nowhere did they go to the academy and they were given training to deal with mentally challenged people. So the problem starts from the politicians. Is the politicians, is the mayor, the governor, and these people need to come up with a better system to housing these homeless people, number one, and housing these, especially these mentally ill people.
You already know New York, Cali, America, period. All over the world, but we should focus on America. America, period, has a high homeless fucking count.
And the most powerful, richest nation in the world.
And we're the most powerful, richest nation, right? Cool. Then you're bringing mad other migrants.
Migrants.
I'm talking about 250,000 migrants in New York alone.
187,000.
No,
in New York.
In New York alone.
Yeah.
America is close to
187,000 in New York. Probably 250,000 now, but they said 187,000.
And guess what? As much as I deal with the regular homeless people from America, you know how much migrants I deal with the train stations, homeless sleeping on thing. Now they're homeless. Now you added more homeless. Now they're committing crimes. Like, y'all think it's not gender based? You dumb fucking stupid. But y'all bought them for votes. I get it, because under the time of vote,
because black people started waking up.
And that's how much votes are like.
Black people started waking up and realized the Democrats did
the Democrats brought them in, so they're gonna vote for the Democrats. I get it, it's cool, but it's fucked up. So the thing about it is, like, what we need, which will never happen, is politicians to actually have our best interest at heart. But before we go on to part 2, is why's the homeless problem? To wrap this up, why's the homeless problem? Part 1, so problem America.
Because nobody gives a fuck to solve the problem.
Why is the homeless problem a problem in America? My answer is agenda. Part 2, life on the streets from a homeless person. We hear from the perspective of a homeless person himself. You know what I mean? Because we can attack them on one side, but we're gonna hear like actually their side of it. Now, because they are actually victims of this fucking whole system. Some of them is lazy and because of themselves, and they made their bed.
Some of them
is fucking situations.
So let me tell you something. The majority of people that are homeless I've been accosted by the fucked up situation, because I know a lot of people through my life and even up to now are homeless, not by choice. They're homeless either because parents passed away, they got nowhere to live, no other people to rely on, and they're forced out to live in the street. Lost a job, partner kicked them out. People are forced to live in the street. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I don't really want to name. Some people come back from it. You know what I'm saying? Some people come back from it. I know people right now went to live with fucking family, and family stole their money. They was back out there. This is how real it is. So it's like, that's why it's not good. You can't look down on somebody and be like, nah, you don't understand. You lose your job and don't have somebody to fall back on and can't pay that rent. Where the fuck you gonna be? Where you gonna be? You gonna be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You fucking 17, 18 years old. Mom kick you out, and you don't know who your father is, and nobody taking you. Where you gonna be? Where you gonna be? I see a lot of young people in the street sleeping on the train every single day.
Yo, it's two sides of the coin, because they are in a fucking situation, but yesterday they caused a fucking situation for us. And that also caused another part, what Lynch always says, divide and conquer, another form of dividing us.
If you don't have no understanding, empathy.
But understanding empathy goes so much way. Like, it's cool if you see them every single day and they harass it, and because they are bullies, they are dangerous. 80% of them be on some bullshit.
No, I'm not
So it's
talking
like-
about the mentally people are the ones who's out there causing
Yo,
trouble.
you just saw the clip.
I agree with you. The mentally
80% of them act just like
yeah,
that.
no, that and she was what mentally. She was
Yeah.
mentally, I agree with that.
That's
The
the whole
mentally
point.
people are taxpayer dollars. If our taxpayer dollars is going to be gone to taking care of migrants, it should be gone to taking care of people who are born and live in this fucking country.
The thing about it is, man, like I said, the whole scripts are form of divide and conquer, and the real enemy is always in the middle. But like, share, and subscribe. Part 2 is coming up. Life on the homeless streets from a homeless man. They hear from the host's mouth. Chosen one shine bright.